Hey guys, I thought I would talk about the markets. I did a video recently showing the break of the uptrend and how it gapped down here with a hanging man and like the gap down. And that happened on each of the indices had a break of the downtrend. And and the Nasdaq has generally been the strongest, in terms of its gains. And so what I wanted to point out was not to get too excited about jumping right back in. So on the positive side, after it dropped down below, so I use the criteria, it's breaking this recent uptrend. It's below the 8 EMA, and there's some candlestick signals here, as I mentioned, and a close below the 8 EMA. And so I wasn't in the market at this point. And so what happens is you look to see if it's going to support at the trend or at the 50, at the bigger trend here, and then, or at the 50. So we had a support at the 50, which is a good sign. But, and then we see this up candle. And then today, which is Thursday, it started out up and it's kind of come back down again. So if we go to a 10-minute chart, you can see that it kind of went up here and it's been in a bit of a downtrend. So the point of this video is basically to say, in my opinion, not to jump in or whatever, like if you're, depending on what state you're at, buying stocks or whatever, as soon as you see any sort of positive up candle, up day, which is like yesterday. And today started out good, and then it started to come back down. So one of the criteria I use is I want to see it up above the 8 EMA. And, it depends how far you want to take it, but you'd want to see an uptrend confirmed. And so that would be higher lows. I would like to see this 8 EMA have an upslope. So right now it's sloping down, but I like to see it up. And then other things you can look at are indicators such as the MACD. You want to see a crossover, like it crossing back up here. Stochastics are, you could look for a stochastic rising. So if we go back and we look at scenarios like this, you can sort of look down and say MACD had crossed up over in this upper area, and the stochastics were rising. Or the stochastics can be in an upper area here. They don't have to be, going up, but just kind of up in that range. So what will happen sometimes is you'll see it bounce off of the 8 EMA and then continue to come back down. So let's take a look at other indices. So we have the Russell 2000. You can see there's a wick here. It sort of hit the 8 EMA, and it's not able to get through that right now. Same with the SPY. We kind of poked it and came back down. So these are actually down candles, even though some of the, like even the Nasdaq shows an up. It gapped up and then it's been coming down now. So nobody knows what's going to happen, but I just wanted to point out that my advice is not to jump right back in as soon as you see a pull, but you never know what's going to happen. This could have been the low, and it could be continuing to go up at that point. The other thing that usually means there's going to be more volatile swings up and down is with the VIX. So the VIX was down here before the pullback last week. It started to rise, and then we've had this pullback, which usually means that the stock market's going up. But we're in an relatively elevated state. It actually is still elevated from prior to March. So in March we were down at 12 here, and then we've been sort of at 20, and then there's been a rise lately. So this VIX usually indicates that the swings are going to be, ups and downs are going to be more during this period. So I hope that helps. I just wanted to point out that Like you can see here, the Nasdaq's only up 0.18 right now, so it's not doing too good. You can see, but we'll see what happens. But it started out from here to here, we were at about 1.5% up, and now we're seeing. So we'll see what happens, but be careful out there. Talk to you guys later.